and it's looking like it's going to be. I'll go ahead and put that trade on the board here as well. So we got a possible 2-bar buy in gold. Crude oil got stopped. So I'm glad I'm in sim mode and that we're unofficial. Yeah, this is a pretty decent little trade. You know, again, this is what you want to learn about. Each individual day has different personalities. And so let's switch our focus over here now on the 2-bar pattern for gold. Decent bottoming. You know, the thing that over here in crude oil, looking at that, the real only drawback of that trade was that it was very counter trend and there was no action line confirmation. So one of the things that you want to get a feel for in the midst of trading inside of each given day is what's the personality of that day. And some days action line confirmation is more important than other days. And so far, we'll see what happens with this current trade in gold, but so far action line confirmation has been pretty doggone, you know, important. Fighting the trend hasn't worked so well. You know, and that we got a very short sample space, of course, but definitely something we want to keep our eye on. Notice we got extreme ticked, so if this market ends up going up, we got a little unlucky as we got stopped out at the extreme tick. What you want to do, gold? What you want to do? Again, we talked about liking the buy side of gold more than the sell side down here. I would have liked getting into this trade about 10 ticks sooner. You know, we've already moved up quite a bit. We've already moved up quite a bit. So how strong is the move to the downside? Do we have, you know, a pop in us? Can we get above that 50 XMA? That's where we've topped out. That's what we want to see. So on the next down close in crude oil, we're going to get another pulse extreme sell signal. If the day session were rolling and we had quality momentum and pace, it would definitely be a trade I'd be very interested in. In the current conditions, I'm much less interested. We'll see what ends up happening. I'm going to put the trade on the board. Again, part of what I'm doing, guys, is just being pretty aggressive, trading, trying to see everything I can see. I'm getting myself into the groove. You'll remember this is yesterday. I kind of in the first hour, I was kind of back and forth, win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. And then by the time we hit the day session, 7 wins, 1 break even, and 1 loss that was a mistake trade to begin with. So we were almost perfect. And I'm not saying that that's going to be the case every day, but I tend to, you know, kind of be a little aggressive, get my execution down early in the day. And oftentimes I'll be able to do that before we start at 8 o'clock. So when we start at 8 o'clock, I'll actually be already trading live and ready to go. But in this case, and yesterday, wowzer. So we'll see what happens here in gold. Obviously, if we can dig in here, there's a decent chance we can get a reasonable pop, but so far there's no major evidence that that's what it wants to do. I'm going to cancel the crude oil order, excuse me, for now, but I'm still looking at that possible short. But it would not occur on the current bar down close. So as I will often mention after we've been in a trade for 3 or 4 or more minutes, you know, getting out of this trade for -1 tick or -2 ticks in gold or break even, nothing wrong with that, guys. If, you know, some of you may very well implement as part of your trading plan a time limit rule. Come on, baby. It's flirting with looking like it might want to go higher. Breakout. There we go. 3 ticks up. It made it 1 tick higher than it had been. I'm feeling quite a bit better about the possibilities of this being able to do it. Honestly, if you told me we were going to get 1 tick higher, I would have said that the odds really favor enough follow-through for us to get a target. So I'm a little surprised that we got that 1 tick higher and didn't follow through. Surprised and disappointed. So for you, those of you that are logging in a little bit late here, well, let me hold that thought as I'm analyzing stuff here. So watching a possible 2-bar buy on crude oil, there's a better chance it will actually occur if we don't move much lower, if we trade straight higher from here. So we're long on a 2-bar in crude oil here as well. Both markets are moving higher now. Come on. Winner in gold, winner in gold. Crude oil got 4 ticks into the profit. Come on. All right, plenty more available in gold. As I mentioned, if we got up above that 50 XMA, we were going to likely be able to follow through. Took us a while to make that happen, but gold is following through really nicely. Come on, crude oil. Wow, look at that. So those of you that are looking for more than your 8 ticks, great follow through in gold, absolutely gorgeous. And we're almost there now in crude oil. All the contracts traded at our profit target, stopped to break even. Winner.